We do starting page 45, premarital agreement. Premarital agreement is when they getting for the second marriage. Normally, first marriage, they don't need any premarital agreement, just they love and they marry. But the second marriage, in case normally they making for the premarital agreement, reason for both parties have some property or some cash in case I wanna keeping my property when we trying to be separate. I hope I keep my property. That's the reason for premarital agreement. Page 45. Parties. Some John husband and some Kim wife in contemplation of their future marriage do hereby enter this premarital agreement proposed. The parties enter into this agreement for the purpose of defining their respective property right following their contemplate marriage. They intended that all property owned by either of them at the time of the marriage and all additional property of their nature which either of them acquire after marriage shall be the separate property of the party who receives and owns that property. They parties further intend to avoid any interest which, except for the operation of these agreements, each of them might acquire in the property of others as accident of their marital relationship. Page 45. Page 45, 3. Disclosure of property. Each party has made a full and complete disclosure to the other of all property which he or she owns, a list of all property owned by the first prospective spouse. Husband owns one residential property, commonly known address. For the husband has the house at the address, Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 007, Los Angeles, California, something that husband address. Wife owns one residential property. Wife also one house, commonly known as some address. 4. Previous marriage and or children. Mr. John disclosed that he has been previously married and disclosed that he has no minor children. Kim disclosed that she has never been married previously and has no children. Something. Number 3 is regarding the house. Number 4 regarding the children. Number 5. Neither party to have an interest in the other's property. Neither party to have the interest in the other's property. Each party relieves any claims that he or she may acquire by reason of their forthcoming marriage in the property of the other. whether presently owned or hereafter acquired, and whether characterized as community or quasi-community property in the state or state of which the parties residence after their marriage. Each party will be free to disclose of his or her property free of any claims of the other. 6. Waive of right in each other's estate. Each other waives any right which he or she may have to elect to take an interest share of the other estate in continuously of item to the degrees party at will. This is the first page. Next one is second page. Each party will refrain from any action that might change or abrogate any provisions of the other party's will. 7. Insurance. During the entire duration of the marriage, prospective husband shall maintain at his own expense life insurance policy, naming prospective wife as sole beneficiary of each other. 여보세요. 왜? 허장을 바꿔달라는 게 무슨 소리야? 내 확정을 어떻게 바꿔? 내가 지금 밖에 수업 중인데 어떻게 허장을 전화를 줘? A. No warranties or representation any other those contained in this agreement. Neither party has made any representation or warranty to the other with regard to his or her present net worth and income and his or her future expectation other than those contained in this agreement. 9. Separability. If any terms, provision, promise, or condition of this agreement determined by court of confidence jurisdiction to be invaried, void, or unenforceable in whole or in part, the remainder of this agreement shall retain in full force and effect, and shall no way be effective, impaired, or invalidate. Number 10. Government law. This agreement will be governed by and represented in accordance with the law of the state of California. State and husband, right side, date and wife. That's a premarital agreement. If they have any other property, more the space they can, or they have some children, more the space they need. But in this case, they don't have any children, they don't have any other property, just to, they have one of each, the house only. That's so simple. If they have a business and they can more the space, something like that, that's premarital agreement. Or sometimes prenuptial agreement, the same meaning. Premarital agreement, prenuptial agreement, same meaning. Okay, right side, page 47. On the top, recording living, filing requested by and made to, name, street, city, something. Statement of withdrawal from partnership, operating under fictitious business name. This is regarding the partnership. The following person have withdrawn as a general partners from the partnership, operate under the fictitious business name of something, business name, located at street address of principal place of business. They are business address. They have business address. That's the same one, my business address. Next line, the fictitious business name statement to the partnership was filed on something in the county of something. The full name and residence of the persons withdrawing as a partner, please print or type, name and address, both party, something. I declare the information in this statement true and correct. Registration who declared as true information which he or she knows to be false and guilty of a crime. Sign both party, something. Next page. Quitclaim deed. Quitclaim deed meaning if I, in case my house, so we don't have any time, should change for the name, my house to my son, my house to any my friend or something, somebody. In case regularly change the house, we should go to the escrow company, but we don't have any time, and then we should change it right away. In case that one is quitclaim deed. Quitclaim is right away. They can change the name. If not, we go to the escrow company. Normally, 15 days they need a time, something. That is quitclaim deed. The undersigned grantor declare documentary transfer tax aid something, city tax something, but they don't have any tax. Reason for they need not. Naming, in case quitclaim deed, the undersigned grantor declare documentary transfer tax is something, city tax something, but they don't have any tax. Reason for this property not selling, just to transfer the name only. My son or my wife or any a close relationship, no selling. In case without the selling, we don't have any tax. Transfer tax is 0, city tax is 0. Computed in full value of property conveyed, or computed in full value less value of land in the encumbrance remaining at the time of sale. First one is the property transfer, but the second one is computed in full value, less value of lien, meaning somebody to the lien this house for the property, that's a lien. And then, for example, $1 million house, but the lien is $300,000. In case the bottom, unincorporated area, city of something, and hereby remedy, release, and forever quitclaim to somebody. Somebody meaning for my son or my wife or any other persons. I'm gonna quitclaim to this person. That's the name of his. Or corporation, doesn't matter. The following describe a property in the county of Los Angeles, state of California, something, dated, name, and signature, something like that. And then why they have a big space? State of California, that's a space is so big, meaning if he bring the quitclaim deed, they have a grant deed. They have a grant deed in case they have a legal terminology, legal description, just not the address, legal description, normally 2-3 page, 2-3 line, that's a legal page, legal description that they needed, date, something. And the bottom is the state of California, county of Los Angeles, SS, meaning they should do, they go to the notary public. The bottom is notary public, they should do. Any involved for the property, every time they should do notary public. Any kind involved that the property, in case they should do notary public, they need it. If it doesn't matter, not the house, they don't need it. Right side, quitclaim deed, another form. The same meaning. Quitclaim is left form, right form, same thing. The undersigned declares that the documentary transfer tax is same thing, 0. Reason for they not selling the property, just transfer the name only, in case they don't need any tax. And is, first one, computed in full value of the interest property conveyed. Same thing, left side is the same thing. The bottom one, computed in full value less than value of lien. They have some lien and then small amount, not the full amount to the house. In case, mark here. Unincorporated area meaning city of Lancaster or some places, they don't have any exact city in case unincorporated area. For value consideration, receipt of which hereby acknowledged, do hereby release forever quitclaim to person, who, my son, or who person. The following describe the real property in the county of Los Angeles, state of California. Same thing, left side of the form, right side of the form. Same thing, you can take them at any other. The bottom is also notary public. Next page, page 50. Affidavit. That's of joint town, and that's joint. State of California, County of Los Angeles, something. Somebody legal age being first duly sworn, depose and says that somebody, the decedent's mansion in the attached deposit and says the described mansion in the attached certified copy of certificate of death in the same person as somebody named as of the parties in their other and then dated the executed by. And then bottom, to somebody meaning who use transfer this house to your son or wife or somebody, or as joint tenant. Two persons is on the top and the bottom, recorded as instrument number something on meaning date in book rear page image of official record of County, California, covering the following described property situated in the something that is meaningful, the legal description, County of Los Angeles, State of California, something. There's a legal description space. That the value of real and personal property owned by said decedent at date of death, including the property above described, did not then exceed the sum of price dated, subscribed, and is sworn to. This is ours. This some day of month 2025 by somebody personally known to me, to prove to me on the basis of satisfactory evidence by the person to appear before me, notary public, something. 5-minute break, you can go to the restroom or outside.
Ano taga ginani?
Ma.
Napod. Ganda guys. Sa teachers mo rin, siya ano eh.
Tapos magbayad siya dito karang upuan. Dako po.
Ito kayo gibuhat mo.
Pero grabe siya. Hindi muna siya. Actually, ang instruction na siya.
아, 예. 그 카드 회사 전화했었어요.
Kalau schedule, anak dia schedule. Ano lagi namin lagi sulti? Dapat ipanagin mo na. Di man ka, isang yang lang berapa. Tapos dibanding ka.
Murah deh tuh sebenarnya.
Kaya, di
그
ba?
앞에 카드 받는 거
Ang
있잖아요.
lagi siya, bago sa balhin.
카드 받는 거가 연락이 안 돼요. 그리고 카드 번호를 찍으면 되질 않는다고요.
Pondok masyado.
그래서 그 카드
Ang problema siya balhin-balhin kasi pas paano yung pag F1 dito kasi niya.
Jadi na hindi maka perubahan.
아니 셋 다 알아야죠. 나는 모른다 그러면 그럼 누가 카드 왔어 안 받아요? 예, 카드를 받을 수 없어요. 카드를 받으면 그 진행이 안 된다고요. 그래서 그 회사에 연락했더니 전화가 안 된다고 해서 내가 좀 전화 찾아가지고 전화번호를 준 거예요. 그 전화 했더니 또 저도 알아야 된다고 그래가지고 그걸 연락한 거라고요. 이 회사한테 연락해가지고 그 회사가 그 기계 밑에 있는 번호가 있어요. 거기 연락해서 카드를 왜 받을 수가 없느냐. 예, 찍히지가 않는다. 번호를 찍어야 되는데 찍히지가 않는다고요. 네, 한번 알아보세요. 그리고 그 내용 잘 모르겠거든. 그 누구의 발렌시아 빅터빌 그 여자하고 통화해가지고 좀 알아보세요. 일단은 내가 그 모든 인포메이션을 그 빅토리아한테 줬으니까 아니 지금 나갔기 때문에 지금 지가 허장한테 연락한다고 그랬는데 그러니까 기다리면 언제 어느 천년에 전화해보세요. 받으세요 그 번호를. 예. 야, 허장 너는 지금 내용 아무것도 모른다고 내가 지금 또 전화하니까 좀 햇소리해. 너 허장하고 통화해가지고 이게 무슨 소리인지 어디다 연락해야 되는지 그걸 좀 연락했지만 바로 이렇게. Okay, page 51, affidavit, State of California. Some legal age being first duly sworn deposes and says that somebody that described the mention in the attached certified copy of certificate of death is the same person named as one of the parties in that certain something dated somebody executed by two as community property. Recording is instrument number in book page something. That's a legal description of official record or something. Legal description. If you see that the house affidavit, house for the document, that's a legal description is in community property recording instruments number in book some page some or other record of something county California covering the following described property situated in the county of Los Angeles, state of California, that she was married to somebody at the time of death of this decedent. That the above described property has been at all time since acquisition considered the community property of him, her, and decedent. More than 40 days have passed since the death of above named decedent, and no no notice has been recorded pursuant to section 13541 of probate code that that with respect to the above described property, there has not been nor will there be no election filed pursuant to probate code section 13502 or 13503 in any probate proceedings in any court or competent jurisdiction. That the above described property has not passed to someone other than the affidavit under that described will be by interest to succession. That the property has not been described of the trust under the two descendants will, that the described will does not limit the affidavit to the qualified ownership. That this affidavit is made for the protection and is believed to the surviving spouse, his or her successor, assign the personal representative and all other parties hereafter dealing with or who may acquire an interest in the above described property. Date, subscribed and sworn to affirm before me on this date and the months and year by somebody personally known to me, provide to me on the described satisfactory evidence to a person who appeared before me. Notary property. Yeah, and then next page is power of attorney. Power of attorney, anybody can give the power. You can, some, instead of me sign under the paper, you come and then any work, any document, you can do that instead of me. That is the power of attorney. Anybody can do that to describe and then to affidavit, power of attorney, they can do. 52, power of attorney general include the optional durable power of attorney. No, all person by this present that I, my name, the undersigned, joint or separately, if more than one hereby make in constitute and appoint something. My true and lawful attorney for me and in my name, place and state and for my use and benefit. A, to ask. Demand, sue for recover, collection, and receive each other every sum of money that accounts legally recasts interest divided annually and the demand which now is or hereafter shall become due, owing or payable belonging to or claimed by me, and to use and take any lawful means for the recovery hereof by legal process or otherwise, and to execute and deliver to a satisfaction or release therefore, together with the right and the power to compromise or compound any claim or demand. B, to exercise any or all of the following powers and to real property and the interests therein, and or any building thereon, to contract for purpose, receive any and take possession thereof, and of evidence of written transfer, to lease the same or any term or any term or purpose, including lease for business, residence, and and bill and for mineral development to sell, exchange, grant, or cover the same with or without warranty, and to mortgage, transfer, in trust or otherwise, argument or hypothecate the same to secure the payment of a negotiable or non-negotiable note or performance of any obligation of agreement. To excuse any of other all of the following powers as to all kinds of person, property, and goods, wares and merchandise, choose act and other property in possession or in action to contract for, buy, sell, exchange, transfer, and in any other legal manner deal in and with the same and the mortgagee transferring through or otherwise encumber or hypothecate the same to the secured payment of a negotiable or non-negotiable note or performance of any obligation or agreement, to borrow money and to execute and deliver negotiable or non-negotiable note other for without security and to loan money and receive negotiable or non-negotiable notes or performance note, therefore with such security as she shall deem proper, to create, amend, supplement, and terminate any trust and no instruction and advice the trust of any trust thereon I am or may be trust or beneficially to represent and vote to stock, exercise stock right, accept and deal with any divided distribution or bonus, joint in any other corporate financing, recognition, merger, liquidation, consolidation, or other action and the extension, compromise, conversion, adjustment, enforcement or forcible foreclosure, singly or in consecution, any other action and the extension, compromise, conversion, adjust, and enforcement or foreclosure, and singly or in conjunction and other of any corporate stock, bond, by or to me, and to give or action, except any property and to money, whether